guys? Today we are in the garage again, and as you can see, it's hot as fuck in here. But we are going to be doing a little bit of fun with electrolysis and just a little bit of light cleaning. I've got a magazine for a PPS-43 that was dug up in Russia that we're going to be putting through the electrolysis process here. And then on the lighter side, I've got a World War II Japanese Bayonet off of an Arisaka Type 30 that you can see it's beat up and a little bit of rust, but it's not quite bad enough to really justify putting through the electrolysis. So I'm just going to go ahead and hand clean that and bring you guys along for the journey. Just doing a little time lapse here, putting together the electrolysis bath and getting that ready to drop the PPS-43C Magazine into it. I'm not going to explain everything I'm doing because I've already done a video on that, but I just want at least to go a little bit quicker. Now that I've got all of the electrodes wired up and tied together with a wire, I am now, I don't know how I got cat hair in here since there's no cat out here, it's impressive. I got the baking soda and the water mixed up. Now I'm going to tie this guy up so we can see the condition it's in now. Pretty rusty. Even though there's a hole in the corner, the metal is actually still pretty strong. But yeah, I'm going to run this guy in here for 12 to 20 hours, somewhere in that ballpark, and just see if we can get some of that scale off there, brush it down, clean it up, see what happens. Like I said, right now I'm just going to tether this up so it's dangling inside the water. You want it to be free floating essentially. And that there is perfect. As you can see, it is not touching the base. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit more water in here so it is completely covered. Alright. Now it is completely submerged. Let's go ahead and hook up our power. And I'm not going into a ton of detail about all this because I've already done a video on that, which I went into a lot more detail. Go ahead and give that a watch if you're curious about the mixtures and what exactly I'm doing and how I set this up. One of my first videos I put up was going into all the detail about, much more detail about this. So if you haven't seen that one and you're curious about what the fuck I'm actually doing, go ahead and give that a watch. It's pretty got a lot of good info in there. So and as you can see, just after about 5 minutes or so, that water is already starting to get pretty murky. So that's a good sign. Alright, now that I've got the electrolysis bath going for the PPS-43 Magazine. I'm going to let that sit overnight. Like I said, probably 12 to 20 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. You can see how murky it is yet again after probably about 20 minutes. But while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and just give this guy a little cleanup. Looks like it's just mostly surface rust. So I'm just going to rub it down with some Hoppe's number 9 gun cleaner, which I use on all my firearms. It's really good for removing surface rust. And I'm just going to scratch it gently with a brass brush so that way it won't scratch the metal because the brass is nice and soft. I don't know how it's going to come out, but it's probably going to look better than it currently does. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so after just a scrub down with some Hoppe's number 9, that already looks much better. So it really wasn't that bad to begin with. I just scrubbed down the guard and the blade, but now that's a nice little used bayonet. The button still functions, so now all I need is an Arisaka. That's it for the bayonet. This guy, like I said, I'm going to leave that overnight, so we'll pick this up tomorrow and take a look at it and give it a scrub down under some warm water with another brass brush, just so we're not destroying the metal. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, it is the next day. This has been running for probably about 18 or 19 hours so far. As you can see, there's a lot of soot and whatnot build up. Pretty murky. I haven't taken it out at all yet. Just got in here now. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the power and take it out, clean it up, and see how she looks. Like I said, just rubbing it down with a little brass brush so it doesn't scar up or scratch the metal too much. Just really working on getting that rust off. I've found personally that electrolysis is probably one of the better ways to do this. I've tried Rust-Oleum before, and specifically on a MP-40 magazine, and this is still nice and dark. The Rust-Oleum really just stripped all the color away from it, and it just looked like raw metal. I was not a fan. I was actually pretty annoyed, but I wanted to give it a shot. So far, electrolysis has been my favorite method of just getting a little bit of rust off of these relics. It doesn't do, 1000% job, which I don't expect it to. It just makes it not quite as rusty and flaky and all that kind of crap, which is what I'm going for. I'll probably let this dry off and then maybe put a little coating of Hoppe's 9 on it just to prevent further rust. Do that every so often. Alright, I think that about wraps this one up, guys. Got the PPS-43 magazine cleaned up, and I got the Arisaka Type 30 bayonet cleaned up. Both pretty happy with how they turned out. Other than that, you know, if you guys like what you're seeing, feel free to like and subscribe, please. I'm still trying to grow this channel. I think I've got like 60 subscribers, which is absolutely nothing, but you know, I'm pretty stoked about it. I didn't think I'd even get that many. I'm just kind of having fun with this and learning as I go along. So if there is anything that you guys want to see specifically, or that you don't want to see, or just anything like that, please hit me up in the comments. I am more than happy to talk and have a dialogue. Let me know what you do like, what you don't like. Ask questions, anything like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to grow this thing and have fun with it, and share my collection and my passion with you guys. Other than that, man, just thanks for watching, and until next time, be good.